And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a thirsty Thursday. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony show. Anthony, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, dude. Obviously, tough Mets loss, whatever, dude. The extras, the Twins, on to the next. But stoked to be here. You know, my last show of the week, dude. Easter break upon us. The resurrection Sunday, dude. So yeah, stoked to be here, man. Plus RBC.
Is it tough to focus just thinking about the food over the weekend?
Right now, is it tough to focus?
Just because you're I mean, you got to be hungry, or no? You had the breakfast.
No breakfast.
Okay.
But I'm actually not feeling that hungry. I don't think right now.
No run.
No run, dude. Skipped the run this morning. Late night last night. Obviously
Horseshoe?
Here. No gaming corner.
No, I didn't know post gaming corner.
No. It would have been nice, but no. Definitely the body needed a little bit of rest, especially been running. Worked the lax game yesterday at Fairfield.
How was that?
Fucking standing up. It was fucking windy, Brian.
So basically, It was tight.
It was all right, dude. I didn't know it was a women's game too, and I didn't know that they were playing Sacred Heart. So that was kind of cool. It was a little Shoe versus Fairfield, and it's pretty interesting, dude. I mean, obviously working these games at Fairfield U, rival university, you can definitely, I get a feel of disdain for Sacred Heart from the Fairfield people, like even the people that work there, like they're looking to get Sacred Heart, dude.
Not good.
But they fucking rolled them, dude. Like Fairfield. Fairfield's really good. Obviously, lacrosse. I think it was like 14-6, I think, by the end of the day. But it was fun. I mean, shooting lacrosse is fun, but yeah, definitely a little windy, whatever.
Yeah, golf honestly was a disaster. I think I ended up shooting 95, but dude, it was too windy and just too cold. But today it's like a perfect day.
I know, right? Today's literally perfect, dude.
But the good part was, it ended up being like a 3-hour round. Matt was there, so he was a little chilly himself.
I bet.
But then we went to Tomato for dinner.
Oh, Watty.
What a feast, honestly.
Yeah, dude. So now you're gonna make me hungry.
And so we went, and actually he didn't have any of these appetizers, but me and Benny split the nachos and the wings. And the nachos are actually with potato chips, beef, cheese, onions, tomatoes.
Wait, like regular potato chips?
Regular potato chips.
Not like tortilla chips.
Regular potato chips, yeah.
Never heard of that before, dude.
So they give you a
Are we
lot.
talking like Ruffles or like Lay's potato chips? Are they like artisan, like kettle cooked?
I think artisan kettle cooked.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the wings, we did the mixing of the sauces, and I don't know if that's one of those things like you wouldn't do, like where they mix them together. Like
what sauces?
Buffalo and barbecue.
Oh, interesting.
Extra
dude. That sounds
crispy.
Good.
So those wings, unbelievable. Then we all had, a little chili. We all had
a little chili?
chicken soup, and then all got the short rib pappardelle.
Oh my god!
So
dude.
heavy, but the pappardelle with the tagliatelle, I didn't even mean to rhyme there, but like is absolutely unreal. And now I'm trying to think of what it is. Yeah, it is pappardelle. It is pappardelle. I think anyway. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Because we always would say like the poppy, like for the pappardelle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That sounds great, dude. Chicken soup too. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. No, you would love
God,
this place,
dude.
honestly. And it's just nice too. Like we sat at the table, but they have like the bar there, like
Right.
a lot of seating, but just like everything you get, like it's just good quality.
Tomato,
dude. Yeah.
Multiple locations or
no, one location right across from Cummings Park, where they like I've played softball before.
Mm-hmm.
So good location.
Are you sure it's tomato and not like tomato?
No, it's tomato.
I
know it's spelled the same.
Do they say welcome to tomato?
I mean, they don't, but it's just one of those things like, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm looking up.
I feel like at one point,
daily menus.
you looked at this up a while ago. No,
I don't know. Actually, I don't recall this website, to be honest. So I don't know, dude. Perhaps, I mean, I will say there's 1,000,001 things I would get like on this menu, dude. I mean, eggplant rollatini sounds great.
Oh yeah,
those are the nachos,
no-name
no-name
nachos,
nachos, house-made potato chips, dude.
yeah.
Like that's sick, man. I've never heard of that, dude.
and
Garlic bread, the wings.
Yeah, the wings. Yeah, and then we got the soup. The orzo soup.
Mussels fried diavolo. I've actually been craving some mussels recently.
I haven't had them in a while, but those are good. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like imagine like you go for like an event or something, and then they just have everything, and they try it all.
Dude, yeah. Oh my god, dude. Arancini's also so good. Oh, dude, eggplant rollatini.
And then I guess they. I thought they would show the soup, but I guess I.
No, maybe was it like a soup of the day thing? Maybe it's like a day.
No, they had a whole soup column, I don't know. Maybe a different menu. But wait. Go up for a second. Yeah, see the short rib ragu pappardelle.
Oh my god, dude, so good.
Salivated over it, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I love beef short rib.
Yeah.
I think it's so freaking good.
But it's actually like just so tender, like it just like, and then with the pasta soaking up the sauce.
And I mean, not for nothing, dude. I mean, you could gorgonzola gnocchi, like that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, with oh my god, with Italian sausage crumbled.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you have to try this out. Next time we golf in Stanford, you'll have to try
classic raviolis, dude. You can do spaghetti in their have you heard their meatballs?
No.
Apparently they're famous, dude.
I pretty much have just gotten the short rib and the penny vodka.
I definitely would be like I'd get a dish and then I'd be like, can I get like 2 meatballs on the side as well?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That would be
no. I want to try some more stuff out though, for sure.
Oh
yeah, starving now, dude. Right?
I mean, yeah, dude. Dude, there's calabrese with fresh rigatoni, plum tomatoes,
dude,
covered
how
sausage,
good are plum tomatoes?
cherry
like a
peppers
fresh
too.
Plum tomato.
Oh my god, it just pops in your mouth, dude.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
So yeah, we'll
branzino too.
We'll have to. Yeah. Oh, there's the soup.
Oh yeah, soup sides and things. I guess it was, dude. Soup of the day. It says
this menu looks a little different.
Yeah, you look a little different.
But yeah, so that was really good. Like I said, we'll have to try it out. And I'm skipping ahead here, but I just have to because I called it. Your mother's saying, "Hi, fellas, can you come home tonight, Aunt? Chinese food." I mean, how long ago did I say this, Tony? 10 minutes ago?
Literally,
Chinese?
if that. Yeah. I will be coming home tonight. I didn't tell my mother that yet, I guess, because that really wasn't the plan to begin with. But that will be the plan now. It's gonna be late though, Ma. So we'll talk about the Chinese food.
Yeah, no, and I was just lauding the quality of the food over there, Mary.
Oh
like
my
always,
God,
just a tip top job. I mean, just everything is just so good, and it's just, I mean, Tony's jacked.
Yeah, I am jacked, dude. The long weekend, gonna be a lot of opportunity to get in some good meals.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. What else we got here?
Let's go to the top of the show here. Wow, dude, here we go. Michael Buckta says, "Hello, friends," doing his best Jim Nantz, and then boasting about the contact with Ernie at 12:30 a.m. last night. I'm curious to see how the contact went.
It's so funny. Like when he writes these comments, I feel like he laughs to himself.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Like you reading it right now, he's cheesing so hard.
And then probably a little bit of a fib here. Contact with Jim Nantz last night. I don't believe that, dude.
Yeah.
And then let's go to Josh B. Says, "Yo, what up, fam? Coming hot off the gaming corner last night, dude. A little bit of late night action too. It's classic. Like one more, and then another one. You know, just basically grit, basically. And then Michael Buckta hype for the Buffalo Wings, dude. And then he says, "Barnes, some chain restaurants are good, like Applebee's, Outback, and Texas Longhorn."
And Michael Buckta has made like 50 group chats with us. I don't know if you were in this one, but he was trying to ask me and Matt, like, "Oh, do you like Applebee's?"
Yeah, I was in that one.
Okay, and like I know you agree with me. It's like chain restaurants.
I mean, when there's just other options that are just so much better.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying so. But the way he's talking about, he's jacked up like for the restaurants, and it's like, I mean, the chains are at the bottom of the list.
They are at the bottom of the list. I mean, listen, if you're, bang for your buck, the good deals, unlimited, whatever.
But if you're trying to eat good food, you're not.
It's not.
But you know what I mean? Go get a couple 40s and drink before you go in. Like, and do that instead. Like, it's not to go for the drinks, to have shit food. Nah, get it out of here.
Get it out of here, dude.
Yeah. Your mother wouldn't. Your mother doesn't seem like an Applebee's person.
Like again, dude.
Really?
Yeah, every so often.
But
my
I
father
feel like,
and her.
though, it's still, there's no way that it's not way below like the threshold of the traditional stuff you guys have.
Of course,
of course. What are we doing here?
No, yeah, exactly. You're right, dude. And then let's see. Michael Buckta hyped for Ernie being here. Ernie says, "Thanks, guys. Ordering lunch before noon now."
Imagine the Chinese right now.
Oh my
right?
god, dude! I wonder what Ernie's gonna order now.
Yeah, Ernie, keep us posted.
Yeah, dude. And then my mother says you should make a plan to come visit Brian.
Oh yeah, no, we will be there this summer,
especially in the summer. The pool, what's up?
Oh, the pool.
Dude.
But yeah, can't wait to come back, Mary.
Absolutely, that's right, dude. And Josh B saying last race kicked everyone out, which was kind of wild. Literally, we're in this like online lobby with like I don't know, 12 people, 10 people, 12 people. All of a sudden, like there's like a matchmaking thing. And then it's just the four of us.
And you weren't like cracking. Oh, but you weren't even talking to the people in there, right?
No.
No, sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like making those type of jokes. Maybe people got tight.
No, dude. Michael Buck says 50 group shots is fire. He says he loves the group chats, the socialization, the contact, etc., etc. He says.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Catalan.
He
does.
Okay. He does. I think March Madness, the Masters, and the NFL.
I do like. He wasn't really that great on the Masters. I don't think.
Dude, isn't he the one? I don't know if you noticed this or not, but it seems like he's always following Ludwig Aubert around. I don't know if you noticed that.
I haven't noticed.
And here's Aubert. Like the way I don't know if you've heard him say.
Oh my god. And then he says he loves American food, my favorite food. And then he says, and Barnes, Iron Eagle does not do a promo for the app.
I will pull it up.
I did see that. I will
pull it up.
Did he actually?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
But there's a chance he did.
And then Ernie says, I sent you shots of Buckta DT, LMAO. Anything?
I don't know. He'll probably explain.
That's fine, dude. And then that's basically it. Buckta complaining about Catalan a little bit.
Yeah, just obsessing over it.
And and then I guess maybe some truth. Hey, listen, Barnes, you gotta be truthful here, right?
Yeah, but it's too much, Michael. Sorry.
Truthful.
I'm being truthful. Okay, how about that?
Barnes is trying to lie, he says. We don't like liars, dude.
Anyway, an update, RBC Heritage, Harbortown, Hilton Head underway. And how about Sammy Velamaki having the round of the morning this morning? He is 5 under, 5 birdies on his front 9.
Crazy.
And he's currently putting for birdie on the 10th hole. So he has a look from 10 feet, 5 inches. So we'll see what he can do. But a great start for him. Sam Stevens in second at 3 under through 9. Keegan Bradley 3 under through 4.
Baby.
So the Ryder Cup captain tied for second here. Off to a good start. Bud Colley, Brian Campbell, Matt Kuchar, Davis Thompson, Matt Fitzpatrick, all 2 under early parts of their rounds. Good to see Kuchar having a solid round. We mentioned him not making the Masters. He's 2 under through 9. Nick Taylor, 1 under through 10. Eric Cole, 1 under through 2. Patrick Cantlay, 1 under through 2. And I saw something on, I followed Dan Rappaport. He's the, golf. I think he's for Barstool, or he was. I don't know. He's changed a couple of times. But anyway, he was saying, I guess Cantlay stiffed some fans during a practice round for autographs yesterday. He's always seemed kind of a weirdo, honestly.
Oh,
Cantlay.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know, though, dude.
He's tight.
Especially for something like golf, when you're kind of locked in,
practice round, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But still, I don't,
At the RBC.
It's a professional golf tournament.
No, I know.
Come on. Dude.
It's not the tournament.
I mean, he's not a gainer. All right, dude. I get it. But still, I don't know. Just the way because some golfers are just like that, where they're just kind of keep themselves, try to dial in. I'm not going to compare it to Rory at the Masters, but still, I mean, people fucking all right, don't contact me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
dude. No, yeah, dude.
Oskay, Adam Scott, both even
chips,
through
dude.
four.
Chips.
Max Homa off the great performance at the Masters.
He sucks, dude.
Plus 2 through 8, so he's struggling. Tied for the last of the players that are currently out there.
He's gonna miss the cut.
But a lot of big name golfers about to tee off. Sungjae Im, I think, is playing hole number 1 now. He just sailed 10:05. I did see that. Yep. And then Fleetwood also playing with him. And then teeing off right now should be Victor Hovland and Scotty Scheffler.
There we go.
They're the 10:15 grouping. You got Corey Connors and Justin Thomas 10:25. Jordan Spieth and Shane Lowry 10:40. Lucas Glover, JJ Spawn 10:50. Ricky Fowler 11:10. You got Wyndham Clark 12:05 with Will Zalatoris. Jason Day 12:25 with Tony Finau. And then you have all the way at 150. You're going to see Minwoo Lee and Justin Rose. So Xander Schauffele 130 with Aubert, and then actually Morikawa and Theegala at 140. So a lot of the top golfers have yet to tee off here, so very early on, but obviously a good start for Valimaki. We'll keep the live coverage on here.
Absolutely.
And then
dude.
also in Punta Cana right now, Matt Wallace on a bender, 6 under through 11. Off to a good start. You also have Keith Mitchell, 1 shot back, 5 under through 10.
What you doing, like a beer hole?
Oh yeah, probably.
Punta Cana, dude.
So
Pina colada hole.
Probably nice to play this tournament. No pressure. Good weather. So
yeah.
But
no one's stiffing fans for autographs.
Exactly. They're signing autographs because they're barely good to be on the tour. Anyway, that's really what we have with the golf right now. But we'll keep everybody posted. And then we had a couple more here.
We got a couple more. Let's see. My mother says nachos and burgers at Applebee's. She says
interesting.
French onion soup is also good there.
But I'm just questioning that French onion, going up again
versus like a real. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, it's
So why? You know what I mean? I thought we're just
cheap. It's fun. You ever been to Applebee's? The one in Staten Island has like Staten Island history on the walls.
No.
Dude.
I used to go get the wings.
The TVs are on, dude.
But it's just like I said. I don't know. I just feel like I was more of a chain person when I was younger. I used to think the Olive Garden was any good.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, obviously Applebee's when I was in high school was like,
yeah.
I mean, that was like you're hitting that again. Talk about cheap, couple apps, whatever.
Yeah.
But it is nice just to go there. I mean, there's no like on Staten Island. There's not really an in between, like. In terms of getting like a burger and fries, like you're not gonna like there's
no Duchess.
There is no Duchess. That's right. It's gonna be like Applebee's would be the closest thing to Duchess you're getting.
And I did
news?
just it's not breaking news, but I mean I guess I guess I mean I don't whatever. It was 2 hours ago, so it's not breaking. But anyway, what I was telling you about Panarin, so this is per The Athletic.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Rangers forward Artemi Panarin, Madison Square Garden Sports, the company that owns the team, paid financial settlements to a team employee last year after she alleged that Panarin sexually assaulted her. So that is a legit report. And I was telling you that was on the Fan earlier.
That's pretty wild, dude, because, I mean, I guess I'd have to, like, look back into the story to get the facts right, but I'm pretty sure there was, like, either a trainer or a social media manager employee that was like let go from the Rangers for like hanging out at the same hotel as them because they're like intentionally booked at different hotels on road trips to not really have that scenario come up. But I wonder if I forget who it was. It was either a trainer or like a social media person, but I wonder if that maybe like played a role. That was I think last season. I think.
Okay.
But I mean, that's never good when you have a report like that coming out of your organization.
I don't know. I'm just so disgusted with the Rangers, honestly. So a lot of massive bless you to clean up this offseason. I'm just tired of it. I don't want this excuse, that excuse, do this, do that. These are grown men. They should know how to make the right decisions. And he shouldn't be doing that if that was the case. And also, just a team to just, we're all divided about that. So we're just going to kind of half-ass it. This is the National Hockey League, Tony. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I just don't like what kind of again, you talk about leadership, what kind of culture is being set down there. Obviously, if the players are upset about this and they've been upset with how seemingly like every player on the team has been managed, basically, like even Calvin DeHaan, Jacob Trouba, the whole trying to trade him and stuff like that. I mean, it seems like nobody's happy with how they're being treated, which
then just quit,
Yeah, but also retire. It's like what the fuck is going on with management? Like, what is the front office
that's
doing?
Why I'm saying, though, Drury. I mean, come on.
No, yeah. I mean, if these reports are coming out of here and you're trying to sweep shit under the rug, and even the guys on your own roster aren't agreeing with that, like, especially if it's something that's like outspoken. I mean, obviously scandals like this have come up in the NHL and sports in general before, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to hear like a locker room, like players divide that this guy is still on the team is like pretty wild. You know? I mean, think of Deshaun Watson right now with Cleveland. Like, imagine if the locker room came out and was like, we don't want this guy on the team,
It's just, I'm over it. Really. You know what I mean? It's just like, grow up.
Yeah, no, grow up is right, dude. I mean, obviously, like,
we don't have another second.
I mean, I guess we'll figure it out as like more of the story develops. I'd imagine there's gonna be some type of like investigation, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't know. But they said they already, paid them, so I'm sure there was an investigation. You know what I mean? If the settlement was already,
but was it an investigation? Like, was it like the Rangers rather than the NHL? Like, wouldn't the NHL have to take action?
I'm
if
sure
this
they already
settlement?
knew about it, though, is what
Oh,
I'm saying.
you think so?
I think so. And then somehow it just didn't get out.
That would be wild.
Yeah, Michael Bucket just, I don't know. I think he's already started partying for the weekend. I mean, it's just
Perhaps,
too much.
dude.
Like the generic restaurant rankings, the late night contact with Ernie.
Prime 111.
Yeah, Prime 111 is great.
That's not a generic. That's not like an Applebee's. I wouldn't.
But
I
that
wouldn't
didn't
put that
group
in.
with the other things. Yeah, there was no reason to do that. Ernie, though, saying, horrible BS, with the Rangers. So, yeah, it's disgusting. So hopefully it gets figured out. That's for sure. Anyway, though.
My mother also said, by the way, Thursday, pool opens like a week from today.
I'm so ready for the pool. That's going to be awesome.
That is going to be sick.
The rat.
Yes, rat, dude. Maybe even a little bit of volleyball. Volleyball in the pool?
Yeah, I do volleyball. Scheffler from 140 on the first hole here. Let's
Shaky
see what he
camera.
has. Shaky camera,
Right?
but that's a pretty, I mean, he's I would say he's about 5 feet away for birdie. Maybe 6. So good start
great
here for
roll there,
Scotty.
dude.
As he looks to defend his RBC Heritage title
I think
at
you're
Harbour
a
Town.
little ahead of me, I think. Which is always so annoying.
And we'll go Victor Hovland before we switch gears.
Yeah,
here.
we got it,
Obviously, we're
dude.
going to keep a mindful eye on the
Hovland's
golf,
a great
though.
guy.
And host Fran Charles, analyst Carl Paulson, and on-course reporter Emily Duran here. I wonder if there's any Reed Fowler in studio. I haven't seen him yet this season.
Yeah.
Victor Hovland, though, here from 130.
In the rough? On the fringe?
On the fringe, kind of going right to left here. He's looking it in, and that is going to be off the green. So I don't, I would putt that. He'll probably chip it. But he's a good, 15 feet, maybe 20 feet into the fringe there.
Yeah.
So not what he was looking for there. Anyhow, let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Dude. Your boss.
All right. So the Yankees last night completing the sweep. Kind of a symmetrical series. They win the opener 4-1. They win the middle game 4-2. And then last night, they win 4-3. Symmetrical, Tony. Very symmetrical, Tony. And it was nice to see Clark Schmidt, like we talked about yesterday, making his season debut. And he did get into a little bit of trouble in the first and the fifth inning. But overall, had a solid performance. And if you look at it in greater detail, first inning after getting an India flyout, he lets up a single to Bobby Witt, walks past Cantino, and then Sal Perez, drives in Witt. So you're down 1-0. He gets Garcia to fly out, strikes out Melendez, who struck out 3 times on the night. Yankees, looking to tie it up, bottom first. Get a Judge and Chisholm single as well as a Goldschmidt walk, but unfortunately Volpe and Wells unable to do anything with the bases loaded. Second inning, nice 1-2-3 for Schmidt. Definitely looked like he had a command of all of his pitches, the breaking ball, the fastball, good location. So he retires in the order. Yankees also retired in order in the second. Third inning, another 1-2-3 for Clark. And then the Yankees get the rally caps on in the third inning. After getting the first 2 batters retired in Goldschmidt and Bellinger, Judge doubles. He's been absolutely on fire, but hadn't hit a home run. We'll talk more about that later. But Jazz actually works a walk behind him. Got first and second, 2 outs. Anthony Volpe coming through, taking it to left field, kind of a sinking liner. So that clears the bases, gives the Yankees a 2-1 lead. Schmidt again, 1-2-3 in the fourth. And then bottom 4. Again, the Yankees with the 2-out rally after Grisham grounds out, Dominguez strikes out. You had Peraza single, Goldschmidt single. So you got first and third, 2 outs, and Bellinger coming through a double down the line to score Goldschmidt. So that made it 3-1. They intentionally walked Judge, and then Jazz flies out to end the rally there. Fifth inning, though, Clark, like I said, gets in a little bit of a trouble. Royals end up tying the game on an Isabel triple and an India RBI ground out. So 3-3, bottom 5. Yankees retired in order. onto the 6th. Schmidt gets the first 2 outs, but then walks Garcia. They go to Mark Leiter Jr., and I don't know if you saw this play, but Garcia steals Anthony Volpe with the tag on the helmet, Tony. It was like simultaneously as he got to the bag, tag. I mean, it was just
hit him in the face, basically.
Unbelievable play.
Yeah,
You saw that in the highlights?
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing. So that was a big play to get out of that inning. So we're on to the 6th. Dominguez walks, but then Yankees retired in order after that. 7th inning, Mark Leiter Jr. Gets another 3 outs. So got the final out of the 6th, and then gets 2 strikeouts and a ground out in the 7th. So we're still tied at 3. Bottom 7, Aaron Judge slider over the middle of the plate. Deep to center, 383 feet. So snapping, that homerless streak that he had. And that made it 4-3. And that ends up being the final score. But there was some dramatics. And Fernando Cruz, we talked a lot about him. He came over in the Jose Trevino trade. Was dominant in the 8th inning, the splitter, the movement. I don't know if you saw that in the highlights as well, Tony.
No.
The drop on the splitter. Unbelievable. I
Scotty
think he has
Faberti.
the second highest. I think he made it.
Yeah, he did.
Second highest strikeout rate in the major leagues. You should look up Fernando Cruz, honestly, from last night. A little homework, Michael Buck, a homework assignment. So it's a dominant 8th inning. Bottom 8, Yankees, unfortunately, are unable to rally. So Grisham, Dominguez strikeout, Peraza grounds out. So we go to the top of the 9th. And because he only had 12 pitches in the 8th inning, they go, and with Devin Williams and Luke Weaver unavailable, because it would be 3 days in a row, they go to Cruz for the 6-out save. And what do you think of these pitches? I mean,
the splitter is nice, dude. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that back end movement, that drop, and that's Bobby Whitney trying to go fishing.
And he was locating it, setting up the fastball with it. But then 9th inning, having location problems. So he lets up a leadoff single to Pasquantino, ripping it down the line, just out of the reach out of Goldschmidt. But then the Yankees get fortunate. Sal Perez is up, and he probably is the slowest runner in the league. I would say slower than Giancarlo Stanton. He grounds into a double play. Jazz literally takes his time at second. Perez just not able to really run. So they get the double play, so 2 outs. But then he walks Garcia and then throws a wild pitch. So not unable to control that splitter. So you got Melendez up looking to tie the game. Misses with the splitter low, gets him on a strike looking with a 4-seam fastball, misses again low with the splitter. Great stop by Austin Wells. And then to end the game as about exciting as you could get, he throws the splitter low. Melendez connects with it, sends it to right field. Cody Bellinger takes a false step and then full out dives to record the 27th out of the game. I told you I was watching with Matt. I mean, just couldn't have been more jacked up. For sure thought that was going to, roll against the wall, tie the game. Maybe he'd get a triple. Who knows? But Cody Bellinger, showing off the athleticism there, had the big hit earlier in the game. And that secured not only Fernando Cruz's first save of his career, but the Yankees sweep of the Royals. So first, sweep series against Milwaukee. And we're taking a look at the catch here. I mean, just a full-out dive. Not easy to do with the ball with that hook on it, running away from you. So Bellinger showing off the athleticism there. So great win. With the win, the Yankees go to 11-7 and complete a 4-2 homestand. So 8-4 at home so far this season, and 3-3 on the road. And then we'll head to Tampa for a road series, but obviously we know at George M. Steinbrenner Field, 4-game set against the Rays. So you feel good right now, especially because you had lost a couple series in a row. You really wanted to take 2 out of 3 here. You end up sweeping, and then you go to Florida. I mean, we talked about Florida yesterday, Tony. We're getting those high temperatures, all high 80s. It was just it was just great to see that last night. Tonight, we get a pitching matchup between Will Warren, who was good, last time out against San Francisco, going up against Taj Bradley, who's pitched pretty well for the Rays. Rays come in 8-10 so far on the season. So big series here. And you just feel good that, it's a de facto home game. Sure, there'll be a ton of Yankee fans in attendance. Just nice too for the hitters. You have the same dimensions as you do at Yankee Stadium. Everything okay with the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, everything sounds good right now. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I think just like the ebbs and flows of the Wi-Fi here, dude.
Yeah, the availability, Sharon.
It's tough, dude.
But yeah, so I mean, I have to say, Tony, I was it was really nice to kind of, these were close games, really all of them safe situations.
Yeah.
And the fact too that you didn't have your top two relievers available yesterday. Cruz steps up, and especially you get nervous that second inning. I mean, I'm sure you see it all the time with the Mets when you go for that 6-out saves. A lot of times the second inning is not 1, 2, 3. I mean, you're on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, that is perhaps one of the tougher, I think, things to ask of a guy coming out of your bullpen is to get that 6-out save. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of high intensity pitches right there. Every pitch you are on the edge of your seat.
I was telling Matt, I'm sure you could crack up. He was kind of like ripping on me because we're watching the game. There's 2 outs. They go to the mound, with the runner on second, and I was like, dude, I honestly can't take it. Like when there's 2 outs, there's a runner on, like the game's on the line. Like I can't wait for like the conference on the mound. And he's like, okay, dude, but it's only a second.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like, but you kind of like get like that too.
Yeah,
I'm just
for
not
sure.
comfortable. Like just throw the pitch. Like let's just get out of here.
Yeah, right. Like
because you know what? It's muscle memory of things going wrong. Obviously, we've watched so many games over the years, so obviously we know anything can happen, even though the likely outcome is to get out of it.
Yeah, no, it is. It is almost unbearable, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we were having a good laugh
I
about
bet.
that. Ashke Bahati, I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
Just kind of missing a hole in one there.
Pretty crazy.
And then we do have Justin Thomas from the fairway here on number 1, 143 yards out. Let's see what he does here.
Well, you're way ahead of me. I'm just getting to Thomas now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good shot there for JT. Is that
Nice
going to
follow
go
through.
in? Wow. So he's like 2 feet maybe for birdie.
There you go,
So
dude.
JT, like we've talked about, hasn't won in a while.
Oh
So
my
he'd love
God,
to
dude.
get back to the winner's circle here. And then we'll go Brian Campbell here for birdie. Sidewinding putt, and it slides to the right. So he'll stay at 2 under. And he's playing number 11 right now.
Tied for 4th.
Tied for 4th. But yeah, I mean, that's really where we're at. Obviously excited for the series this weekend, but thoroughly enjoyed watching the game yesterday. And I think the key is this weekend, all 3 games, we scored 4 runs. That's kind of like, the bare minimum. So I think we just like to see, a little more consistency on that end. And we did get some hits with runners in scoring position, but maybe, capitalizing on some, we had some other opportunities as well. And then one guy that I'm really looking forward to get going, or really 2 guys, would be Cody Bellinger and Austin Wells. I think they're both kind of doing the same thing right now in terms of being underneath the ball, big uppercut swings. Because they could just get that timing down a little better. I think it would be great. So, so that's something to work on. But great to see Judge. His numbers are unbelievable, and they had some stat. Only him, Mickey Mantle, and A-Rod through 18 games have hit over 400, with 7 home runs. And the crazy part, and A-Rod knows 7, and I'm sure he was roided out. Me and Matt were kind of talking about this last night. 14 home runs in the team's first 18 games.
A-Rod did?
Yeah, it's like, how did he not hit 90 home runs?
That's kind of ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Cycles.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess.
So,
but
so like I said, good to get the sweep. And it's nice that, we didn't use our top relievers, so they'll be available tonight. And, you just hope that Warren, can give you, at least what Clark gave you, or maybe even a little better, depending on how, his pitch pace is. But yeah, that's really where we're at. What do we got for the Mets, Tony? I know a tough extra innings yesterday?
Extra innings, dude. Yeah. 10, excuse me. Lost here to the Twins to lose the series. First time this season Mets lost back-to-back games. First series loss since I guess Houston, the opening series, right?
Yeah.
So obviously a little bit of tough here. We know Griffin Canning, your slated starter, was ill. So he'll be starting tonight, actually, which I guess the one extra day really helped.
Bellinger food poisoning?
I guess, right? Maybe they're eating the same. Was it a shrimp or something? Was it? I forget what it was. What did Bellinger eat?
Oh, it was chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Yeah. And also, by the way, they were
maybe
talking
same
about
spot.
this on DNR. Rick was back today with Dan, but the Jim Palmer, the pitcher, from the Orioles, I think he's 79, claims he's never had one chicken wing in his life.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a Michael K.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, Michael K. I don't eat anything on my burgers. I don't have any sauce, anything, dude. Never had an egg, dude. Yeah. I can't. But in any case, dude. So we said it yesterday. Well, I guess towards the end of the episode, Brazoban ends up getting the start as an opener. And I don't know, man, if I really agree with that move, especially when you have a pitcher like Justin Hageman, who is making his MLB debut. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, wouldn't you put him out there in his first inning, like to have him, because he is a starter. He starts in the minors, like let him go through his normal routine.
Oh no, but we're concerned about the first 3 batters of the inning.
Yeah, like, what is that, dude? That's so dumb.
Of the game, we're gonna do the opener. We're kind of like the Rays from a couple years ago.
That doesn't make any sense, though. It's a nothing game. You're starting the game.
I don't think Sergio Romo is coming out to pitch.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't think it's anything crazy, and I think to disrupt this guy's routine, because then he sits there for like half an inning. Hoagie the water?
No, Keegan Bradley had a 13 feet, 11 foot birdie putt rimmed out. Yep. The rim.
Will not be having the co-lead.
No salt in the rim.
So, and again, dude, you definitely no salt. Well, maybe a little bit of salt, dude. Sometimes they overdo the salt. And it's just
it's funny. People like Pooch doesn't like it. So I just kind of like, I don't like it. And like other people. So I'm just like, whatever. I'll do it like that. But I never actually minded it. But I can have it without it. It's not like,
it's not huge, dude. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
But in any case, like, I mean, I guess it's whatever. Mendoza's dealing with a lot in terms of, shuffling around pitchers and stuff. And, but I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, I guess maybe he didn't know, but like if Canning was going to start the next day, like, what does it matter if you just switch 2 pitchers then? It's not like Kadai is going to be pitching next,
Right.
So I don't know, dude. Kind of a weird move, I guess. But like I said, he's been having to shuffle around a lot in the rotation, bullpen. But again, I would have started Hageman, but it's not like really Brazoban really caused any damage. I mean, he's been great. 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 K, no hits, nothing crazy. I didn't worry about him. Again, it was more about Hageman getting into his routine. But in any case, like I said, Brazoban up, down, easy money for the first inning. And then, he was done for the night, basically. Or done for the day, I guess I should say. Hageman came into looking all right, which is fine, dude. And obviously, you get Mr. Festa over there, the Jersey native, Seton Hall, we know, coming out. Also pitching pretty well. I guess in the top of the second here, he does give up his first hit. Festa to a Jesse Winker double to lead off the inning, and then Nimmo singles, right? But then here we go, dude. See, Winker, this is where I don't know if I really would have done this, to be honest, but Winker is that player he is aggressive, okay? Mm-hmm. He just brings a lot of energy. He makes big moves, and obviously last year it worked out for him in the Mets. And not to say that, I mean, he did fuck up the slide, but also like the third base coach, this was a bloop single, like to left field, Brian.
Right in front of where he's running.
Right in front of where he's running, right? So he's,
or I guess technically behind, but yeah.
Yeah. It depends on who you're looking at, I guess, suppose. Yeah. But if you're looking at the high home plate angle, yes, it's in front of him. And like, I mean, I guess he had a good jump. I mean, by the time this ball is in the air, because you see him, they cut to it, and he is already halfway to third. Okay. But again, it's shallow left, dude. Rounds third baseman coach waving him on, which again, I probably wouldn't have. Throwing at the plate, and he slides and he avoids the tag, but then on the swim move back, he just misses home plate, and then obviously goes to go back, but gets tagged out at home. Obviously,
that was the first. You don't make the first out of the inning.
Yeah. So I mean, like that was really tough, dude. If it wasn't the first out, I get it. But it was, dude, and obviously Nimmo ends up going to second on that play, but it
would have been a sac fly from Taylor. I mean, I know obviously maybe
yes,
the doesn't go to,
but maybe not. But you never know. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't know. But
you kind of know when you know.
And I was kind of surprised to see that replay, and the third base coach is waving him on. I mean, I mean, I get that he was that close third, but like you said, like there's no outs, like there's no reason to rush this. But I guess you're trying to get something going, but obviously, hey man, that out, kind of costed a run earlier on, I think. But in any case, talking about Hageman being pretty solid, sinker, slider, changeup. Sinker comes in at 94, which is great, dude. And those are probably his predominant pitches. He doesn't really throw a fastball that often. But I guess we're going to fast forward down to the bottom of the fifth where the Twins do strike first here. Hageman comes in the bottom of the fifth here, gives up a double to Castro. And then Kiersey Jr. grounds out. Castro goes to third. So 1 out, man on third. They bring in Jose Butto, dude. And then Bader, who's been just dominant, honestly, this series against the Mets. I guess really not maybe so much. I think he may get a hit in game 1. But then he had 2 hits 2 days ago with an RBI. Obviously, getting RBIs already here. RBI single scores Castro just like that. Obviously, tough spot for Butto. We've seen him not really succeed necessarily in some spots. I think jury's still out on him, but it was sweeper over the middle, which, again, Bader was able to pull it to left. And then, of course, Byron Buxton, another player after the first game, absolutely wakes up. I mean, must have had maybe 5 or 6 hits the last 2 games against the Mets. Another hit from him. It ends up being a double, actually. And Bader scores off of that, dude.
Revenge performances. I mean, it's every sport it happens.
It really does,
how
dude.
good or bad the athlete is. It just seems like they always do it.
Yeah, which is pretty wild. But anyway, Butto ends up getting France to strike out, who struggled this series, but he was like the player of the week, I think, last week, which is pretty funny there. And then, when it rains, it pours here. Bottom of the 6th, and we're actually this is pretty interesting. I got to show you this. This is one
Scheffler for birdie to move to 200.
You think he gets it?
He got it.
Oh, you got it, you saying? Yeah, again, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Scheffler for birdie to move to 200.
Hoagie for birdie to move to 100.
Wow, dude.
29 feet, 8% PGA Tour make. Will do it. And just short.
Just short, dude. And Ernie needs to calm down over there, all right, dude? Honestly, Ernie. Go fucking get your lunch.
I feel like Ernie makes my job easy. Now I don't need to say anything anymore. I just let Ernie take care of it.
Oh, yeah, true, dude. True. I mean, listen, all teams have tough series here, all right, dude? I mean, you lost one of the Tigers, right?
Well, but I think that the Tigers are better than the Twins. The Twins are not.
You really think so?
Oh, I mean, think about the Twins didn't make the playoffs last year. The Tigers,
but they have a great,
almost beat the Guardians. No, the Twins don't have a great rotation. I think the Tigers' rotation is better with Skubal and Flaherty.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? They had to go on like a 15-game win streak to get the playoffs. Like they had a crazy second half, dude. They're not really that good. No, neither are the Twins.
But they're way better than the Twins.
I wouldn't say way better. Maybe slightly better.
The Twins didn't make the playoffs. I mean, that's what you're going to go by, right?
No, that's not what I'm going to go by, dude. Tigers have to go on a crazy tear to get to the playoffs, dude.
Sorry.
And that's not going to happen again. They're going to miss the playoffs this year.
They're the best team in that division. I'm telling you.
They're going to miss the playoffs, dude.
No,
in any case, dude.
Wait, no, you want to hear something?
What?
No, I feel like Kev Dew would erupt about this. I was just looking at the TCA chat. Like, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. There's just some like stuff on the Newsday about Soto, what he said, and that Citi Field isn't any good or something. And then he said Soto will continue to regret his decision and it will ruin the Mets season. I'm just saying, I can't.
Who said that?
Call him, but I'm saying I can't wait till Kevin Deuce sees that and just absolutely blows a gas.
I mean, it is like it's kind of wild in my opinion. I know you're on that train, but I mean, at the end of the day, dude, it's nonsense, dude. I mean, yes, maybe Soto isn't doing great right now. He didn't have a good night by any means. We'll get to it, but he doesn't hate that he's with the Mets. Like, it doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, they're not. Like, it's not like the Yankees are fucking 15-0 or whatever. They're the same record, and they're not.
I would say honestly, just being realistic here, not all I would say is, how the hell would I know, Tony? I'm not close to the situation, but I think the one thing I would say is you can't rule out the possibility that there's not some level of regret. We don't know. We don't know Soto. You know what I mean? You can't. We don't know.
I mean, I guess you can't. I mean, you can't say either or then at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. So but it's not that ridiculous.
No, it is ridiculous. No, it is ridiculous. You just said you can't say that. So how can you say you can't say that, but then you say it's not that ridiculous?
Because you can't say that it's not a possibility. And I think that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So it is a possibility?
Of course it's a possibility. It's a possibility of anything. But it's not to say what I'm saying, that it is ridiculous to think the possibility is high. To think those words are true, that he regrets to be, that Citi Field sucks, whatever, that is ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. And also, not for nothing, money this, say what you will about that. You're telling me that Soto didn't think about this decision? All he thought about were dollar signs? Like, there's no fucking way. There's no way all he thought were dollar signs and not would I be happy with this team? Like, there's no shot
But
in
you
fucking
don't-
hell, dude.
but you
He would
don't-
sign a long-term contract for that much money thinking he won't be happy.
No,
like,
not
who
that
would
he
do
wouldn't
that?
not that he wouldn't be happy, but I just do think like you combine his ego with Boris. I mean, his mindset was just no matter what, like I'm not taking a penny less from anybody. And I think that was always the priority. Definitely was
I don't
knowing
know.
him because that's nobody would have.
But
see
you
all
don't. You
these
just said you don't know
under-
him.
But I'm saying all these under market extensions that we see that players are really getting ripped off. Like, let's be real. Like these guys,
Yeah,
with these
sure.
pre-arb extensions. I mean, he declined $455 million literally 6 years ago. Nobody else would have done that. So I'm
Mhm.
saying it just shows the fact this was a long-term thing he was thinking. That was always a priority. Not to say that he didn't consider the other things.
But you kind of are saying that, though.
No, I'm saying that the money was number one, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that there's no way he would. Like, I don't think he would. Even though money number one, he wouldn't go into this thing thinking he's not going to be happy.
No, thinking, but he could be surprised right now. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he is, though. Why would he be surprised? Why? Tell me why. Like, honestly, tell me why he would be surprised
because
that this
maybe
place
he
sucks.
just thought it would have just been smoother so far. I don't know. I'm just saying this is like that could be true.
Yeah, but what is he, like 15 years old? Like, is he that immature that not even a month into the season, things aren't really going well for him personally that he wants out?
I mean, of course, like
that's
everybody's going to
ridiculous.
back somebody on their team, but I mean, you don't think that like he has a little like prima donna in him? Like,
I mean, maybe a lot of players in the MLB do.
right? So
Sure,
I'm saying,
like
but
it's that.
but
That's not to say he's a prima donna. He hates the Mets. He doesn't want to be on the Mets. Like, he's not happy with what he's doing right now,
Mets,
dude.
But
Like,
all I'm saying is, I think it's a decent possibility that he's questioning. Oh, was the right thing to sign a 15-year deal here?
well, I mean, I would think that the possibility is not decent.
I mean, I guess we'll find out, right? I mean, everything comes out in New York one way or another, right? It's not
No,
like
that's
Vegas.
true.
Everything doesn't stay there.
That is true, dude.
So
In any case, I'm going to show you this play here. I mean, there's actually two plays because, again, like one of the more ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life, dude. And it's kind of funny because I had this game on while I was working the lacrosse game. It's pretty wild. So we're gonna show this play here. We're gonna see Buteau. This is bottom of the sixth. There's 2 outs at this point. Twins are up 2-0, and obviously, I mean, this does kind of like take into account like the outcome of this game. To be honest, too. Like this really does affect, which is kind of crazy. But you're gonna see Buteau here. Castro ropes a ball, ground ball right to Alonso, hard hit ball. All right,
On 5
This is what
hits
we're
from
gonna see here.
Mets.
Bang,
Right side.
and there we go. Alonso, by the way, great defensive sliding
Right,
play.
Alonso
Love that.
dives.
Gets up.
Pitch
Play to
from his
first.
knee,
Buteau
he'll
over.
feed Buteau.
Okay,
It's
called safe. Buteau
coming.
tight. Obviously realizes. Wait a minute, the inning's still going on. I probably should throw home.
And who
I
is
think it
gonna
was.
score?
I don't know who
Jeffers will
scored.
standing.
Doesn't
And the
matter.
Mets don't
They
have
go
a
to challenge it. Okay.
Let's
We're gonna see the
I thought-
challenge.
was he out?
Absolutely
I thought he
ridiculous.
was
I
out.
don't know. Oh,
Nice
sorry, no, they
play
don't
by
have a
Pete.
challenge. I forgot. They lost their challenge earlier
Lost
this
the
game,
challenge.
dude. No challenge. Okay, and
Well,
this
can
guy.
you slow it down?
No, we're gonna see it
Oh.
right here,
He was out
dude.
by a
Out by a
mile.
fucking mile.
Ooh.
Like really
what
out.
was the challenge on? Did they win the challenge the other time?
No, they lost it. That's why they lost
What
their
was
challenge.
the play?
I'm
Well, I
trying
thought
to
you
think,
don't get
dude.
2. It just one.
Yeah,
Is there something though? If you get the first one, you get
you
another
keep
one?
it.
But like you could keep challenging if you keep getting it right.
I think so, right?
Because I know that's
I'm
how
pretty
the
sure that
ABS
is how.
system
Yeah, I'm
is,
pretty
too.
sure that is. Yeah, that's how baseball
Okay.
does that. Yeah, I'm
And
pretty sure.
what was the play though?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Honestly, it was. I didn't think it was a great challenge. It was earlier on. I want to say it was maybe somebody stealing. Oh no! It was the Winker. It was the Winker fucking
Oh,
out.
he was out.
Yeah, he was out. It was really close, but he was out. I want to say it was the Winker.
It was probably like an emotional thing. Probably Winker going like this afterwards, like pointing the challenge.
Maybe. I wish I can go back and I would know the time code here.
Oh, isn't that the play right there?
That's the play right there. I want to see if I end up challenging it. I don't. Maybe not then.
Huh?
Fuck. That's definitely not it. Buxton. Oh, by the way, great throw to home from Beatty. Beatty was looking really good at third base,
Wow, there you go.
which is great, dude. I definitely keep starting him there.
Half
In any case, I have to fight it out. In any case,
Zach
dude.
Wheeler.
Where are we? Okay, so that's it. Okay, so this is
And
yep.
who
So
is
he
gonna
throws
score?
home,
Jeffers will-
scores.
Thought he was
Definitely was
out.
out. Nothing you could do about it, unfortunately. Buteau, absolutely.
Now,
yes.
Buteau, you're taught
tight,
this. You
dude.
cannot look
That
at
is,
the
I mean,
umpire
great
and
play.
assume
Like,
on
what the
call.
fuck, dude? You're giving up a run
It's a
now.
runner on
Yes.
second base.
Kinda
You
bogus.
gotta
It's 3-0
catch that
now because of
ball
that blown
and look
call.
up, so now it gets way too.
But we're gonna go
St.
here.
Paul,
The
Louis-
next half inning, Mets are up. Here comes Taylor. Okay. I'm just gonna let this play. To be honest.
Here comes Nick Taylor.
One out now.
14.
Tyrone
Oh, you
Taylor
like this,
is at the
dude.
ball
Check
hard
this out.
twice today.
Bang,
Shoots that
bang,
one.
dude.
Hunter Wendelstedt,
done.
and he
Done,
goes
dude.
down.
Head cut open.
My.
You'll see it on the
Did it hit him in
replay,
head?
dude.
I think it did.
Look at that.
Right in the back of the head.
Oh,
We were just talking the other day
shit,
about
dude.
how the base
Got carted
coaches
off.
wear
Not carted
helmets
off, but
and
you
that
know,
the base
held off.
umpires
Taylor.
should wear them as well.
Dude.
Nick Taylor almost
And
throws
Hunter
his club.
Wendelstedt
It looked
took a
like.
direct
Really?
Sat
shot.
on
The
the edge of the
umpire.
green there for Bird.
But
He's
yeah,
up on
dude,
his
he was
feet
definitely
and
like cut open. The
Obviously,
blood
he's gonna
trainer
come
came
out of the
off and
game.
walk him off, dude.
Terrible.
So we'll go with 3 umpires for the rest
Is
of
it?
the game. The base hit for
That happened. What do you mean?
Maybe you shouldn't have blown the call, buddy. I mean,
You
clearly,
think
like,
things I'm saying are ridiculous.
I mean, clearly, like somebody got pissed upstairs or something, dude. Somebody was rooting for the Mets last night. That's all I'm saying. All right, dude. In any case, but still, like, what are the more ridiculous things? Like, an ump blows a call, literally, like the next, like 10 minutes later, he's gonna hit in the head.
Yeah.
But in any case, not many hits really came for the Mets last night until the 8th inning, dude. Obviously, they're down at this point, 3-0. But again, you think about it, hey, that call wasn't blown. Mets score 3 in the game. They win 3-2. Like it's a 1-run,
Hard
literally.
to win 3-2 when you lose 4-3. No, I get it. Wouldn't go to extras. Don't even say it, Tony.
1-run game. It's not like it was 10-3 and it didn't really matter, okay, dude? That was like a pretty
But it's like
important moment of the
Rodon, when
game.
you have that home run. I forgot who the hell. I think it was to the Tigers. It
Yes.
was supposed to be strike 3. Inning would have been over. Same thing.
Similar thing, yeah.
Parallel.
Wide margin.
So-
In any case, dude, Alonso, dude, doubles to left. Love that. Scores Lindor at a leadoff single in the inning. Love to see that. Obviously, it would have been great if Soto didn't strike out. Like he
Top
obviously
game yesterday. 0 for 5.
0 for 5.
2 strikeouts and then ended the game grinding into a double play.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, ending the 9th inning or the 8th
ninth,
inning.
okay.
The 9th inning. Sorry.
Ninth inning, yeah.
So at that point, Alonso double back-to-back doubles with Winker, scores Alonso 3-2 just like that. Dude, Acuna reaches infield single to short. Again, Acuna, the speed, dude. It was great to see him, get some contact. I think he has a
Early
2-game hit
evening
streak.
contact.
Early evening, yes. Some may even say not even evening at this point, honestly. But in any case, dude, hopefully he keeps doing that. It's just like I guess he's finally getting maybe a little bit of a role where it's just like bat to ball, put it on the ground, use your speed. Willie Mays. Okay, dude. That scores Winker, which is great. Ties the game up. Huge. Yes, dude. Let's go to top of the 9th here. But again, Duran, we've talked about him. He's a very good closer. I mean, he's throwing gas, dude. No doubt about that. But it is unfortunate. Beatty leads off, and he does kind of get a little bit lucky. I don't want to use the word lucky. I know people hate that. But these last 2 games, he comes in the 9th, and he versus the bottom of the order, basically.
But then he faced Lindor and Soto.
Well, yes, but I'm saying he gets 2 outs
With the
with
other
Beatty
guys,
and
yeah.
Terens. Like he has way less pressure. I mean, he has he can pitch around Lindor. Doesn't matter about the walk necessarily.
Soto. I mean, what was it? What was the deal on that?
Knuckle
at bat?
curve at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah, off speed.
Swung at
Off
a ball.
speed. Yeah. Let's see. It may have been called a strike, but you see their lower part of the zone.
Strike looking though. He took 2 splitters.
He did
Kinda
take 2
on
splitters.
The edges. So good location. It looked like.
Again, Duran is good, dude. Like he's got to be trifled with.
Cruz splitter.
I guess you could say that. Yes, dude. I know you like your parallels with the Yankees here today. That's fine, dude. Diaz comes in, leadoff walk. Terens, though, who ended up having to fill in for Sanger because he pitched it, I think, in the 7th or something. Dude, threw out Bader at second. And, like, again, I mean, he's been great behind the plate, Terens.
Awesome.
Literally, I don't think, I want to say maybe he's given up 1 stolen base. 1, I want to say.
Wow.
And then Diaz buckles down, strikes out Julian and Buxton to end the inning. So Diaz looked good, which was great. But then, of course, here comes top 10 here. Alonso leadoff walk. Winker double play. That was obviously really unfortunate. Nimmo fouled out to third. And then obviously again, you put Buxton on second. Extra innings, bloop single. Taylor came down knowing he did misplay this ball, but he was obviously trying to outthrow Buxton. And even if he made the play, it wasn't.
He's too fast.
He's too fast, dude.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, forget it. On contact, he was around third. Like, obviously, you're not going to do much about that. So, obviously, pretty unfortunate. You get the bats going in the 10th. Obviously, Winker with that ground out was killer with Alonso on. You can't be doing that, dude. And then obviously, unfortunate Nimmo first pitch fouls out to third. What are you gonna do, really? Kind of tough, dude. But obviously, let me get this slower third off. My bad. No days off, which is also kind of tough for some of these guys. You're back home against St. Louis.
4-game set?
No.
Or off today?
No, I guess it is a 4-game set then.
Yeah. You're not gonna have an off day on
because there's
Friday.
no off days. That's right, dude. Which is pretty tough, dude. I guess I'll double check here that it is a 4-game. I just want to double check. I know they have Andre Palante on the mound for the Cards
versus Griffin Canning.
Yeah, who is back from his illness, I guess. Again, like you couldn't then just fucking make him pitch yesterday. Like, it's a 4-game set. Palante's been good, dude.
Yeah, I saw it.
First two. I think his last start out was against Houston, and it was like 7 innings, no earned runs. And he's got he's a young pitcher. I forget from where. 25 years old, I want to say. I think he's from California, maybe. And we've seen, St. Louis obviously have great career pitchers. We know that. So maybe this could be a guy they turn into because he's got a great pitch selection: fastball, slider, cutter, sinker. And he'll set you up with his fastball, but what he's good at is setting you up anywhere in the strike zone with his fastball. He'll start hammering the high part of the strike zone, and then he'll throw you a slider low and away.
Yeah.
He'll hammer the low part of the strike zone with the fastball, and then set you up with a sinker that's low. So if his fastball is going, it could be a really dominant pitcher. So hopefully, Alonso can continue to hit well. We've seen Beatty and Acuna rack up a couple games with some hits here. Again, Beatty looking great at third base. Don't put Vientos in. Like keep Vientos on the bench. Pinch it if you have to, I guess. But start Beatty at third. I don't know why you would stop it. Okay, he's got some momentum going. He's making good decisions at third, which is great. So I mean, obviously you got this 2-game set. You want to make up a little bit of ground. You want to make a little bit of a statement too. Obviously Cards. I know fucking Lars fucking Root Beer, whatever his name is, has been pretty solid. Newt Bar. Arenado, I think, is batting like 290 on average, dude. He's doing pretty well. I don't think Contreras is doing well at all.
No, terrible.
I've been on the fans team. Fucking blows, dude. I forget someone else in their team is doing all right, dude. But they have a couple of hitters in terms of batting average right now. They got a lot of good contact. I think
Brendan Donovan's hitting 380.
And I want to say he's leading the team with 4 home runs.
2 home runs. Actually, leading the team with home runs is actually Ivan Herrera, but he's injured.
Dude.
The catcher.
Let's fucking go. So I guess you're getting a lot more Contreras, I guess, than maybe you want, which is great. Obviously, he's not batting well. So, hopefully tonight, Canning could put something together. Obviously, your bullpen continues to be outstanding. And honestly, Canning has been good, too. I think I'm pretty sure the Mets still have the lowest ERA in their rotation in the MLB.
Yeah, he's got a 420.
Well, he's probably the highest one, I guess, dude. But still, obviously, everyone else is great. I know you have Peterson coming up tomorrow
Against Mikolas.
Against Miles Mikolas. How's Mikolas been doing this year? Do you know?
I mean, I know last time I saw him, it was on Sunday Night Baseball.
I mean, not great, dude.
Hammered
all last year, basically. So, obviously, there's some good
9
things. Mm-hmm. So exactly, some things to look forward to. I think in this series, you're looking to take 3 out of 4. Like you don't want to split. Obviously, you want to take 3. Go into the Phillies series, feeling pretty good about yourself.
You got it.
You got it, dude. You got to do it. First test against Phillies. First big test.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, we got an update from last night. The notepad.
Let's get an update going. Absolutely, I have the scores.
So I know
here.
I was 1-1 with the Yankees, and then what else did I have?
So you had Yankees in the over, so it's 1-1. Angels in the over. Angels lost, right?
Angels
lost in the under.
And okay, so that's 1-3.
And then Padres
won
over, but I don't think did it go over?
No,
4-2. So it's 1-1. So you are total 2-4 for the day, dude.
Totals.
Obviously, yeah, I had Mets in the over, which is 0-2 right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be it.
And then I had the D-backs and the under, which it just got on the under there. So it's 2-0.
8.5.
That's correct.
So 2-2.
2-2 right there. And then I had the Dodgers and the over.
So 4-2.
Let's go, baby.
And they were up 7-1.
Mm-hmm. Wild.
Pulling on 8-7, Taglio the Grand Slam. But yeah, there's just enough here to do a little 6-pack. So let's do a MLB Pick'em brought to you by the Hirsch Law Firm.
Absolutely, dude. Do you want to go first? We
Yes.
alternate sort of deal so we can. Yes, Tony. Yes, dude.
But you know where I'm going. George M. Steinbrenner Field. Will Warren, Cash Bradley, total set 8.5.
Like
The
that.
bats are coming out. I mean, I think it's going to parallel. There's going to be a parallel turn to the weather in Florida. High 80s. Yankees playing, in their spring training home. Same dimensions, Yankee Stadium. I think they're going to be very comfortable. So after only having 1 home run last night, I think they hit 4 tonight. I think Will Warren actually pitches 6 innings, only gives up 2 runs, and I think the Yankees score 9 and end up winning 9-4 to win their 4th straight game of the season. This is their 3rd straight or second. Oh, is it? No, the 2nd straight time this year they've won 3 in a row. So let's make it 4 in a row, be a season high winning streak. So we're going to say Yankees in the over for pick number 1.
I like that there. Yankees and the over. Honestly, some of these games are tough picks here, dude. Again, I may do the same thing where I end up picking the Mets, but right now I'm going to stay away, I think, dude. Oh, gosh. I guess give me the Royals. Why not, dude? I think they're due for a win for sure. Bobby Wood Jr., I think on an 8-game or 9-game hit streak, I believe. He's been absolutely hot right there. Reese Olson on the bump there for the Tigers. As Kansas City gets obviously no days off, goes to Detroit here. Tough little road trip here. Michael Lorenzen pitching for them. They have a little bit of the advantage there. Kansas City plus 125 on the road, which is interesting. I know Brian has the Detroit Tigers being pretty highly touted this year. Over under is 7.5. Do I go for the over? Do I go for the under, dude? I would say Tigers have been, I guess they're kind of up and down in terms of the scoring. I say they honestly could get shut out. Give me Royals and the under here. Let me write that guy down, actually, before I lose my pencil. But Royals and the under, Brian, what do you got for your next game?
All right, number two. I'm going to say the A's complete the sweep in the Windy City here. Got J.P. Sears on the hill versus Davis Martin. If you look at the last 2 games of this, or the first 2 games of this series, A's won 12-3 on Tuesday and then winning 3-1 yesterday. And I think you're going to see more offense in this one. Brent Rooker, Soderstrom, Lawrence Butler. I think Sears 6 shutout innings, striking out 9 Chicago White Sox. And I think they're going to win this game. Let's say 10-4. So give me the A's and the over.
All right, A's in the over. Next pick here. Giants off to a great start, dude. 13-5. Dude, that's gonna be a good matchup against the Phillies here. I mean, I guess give me the Reds. Why not? I'll go with Brady Singer, undefeated so far, 3-0 on the year. Facing up against an Emerson Hancock, who has an 81 ERA. I'll be interested to see what that start looked like, dude. It looked like he had 1 start against Detroit, gave up 6 earned runs, got only 2 outs. That'll do it, dude. So give me the Reds here. I guess Mac McClain leading the team with 3 home runs for Cincinnati. I don't know, Gavin Lux, give him a little dinger here. Why not, dude? And it looks like with a Austin Hayes. Is that what that is, dude? Yeah, dude. DH spot here, 3 for 8 career. I guess against Hancock over there. So give me Hayes the good night, dude. I say Mariners win this game. I'll say, give me Reds in the under. They win 5-3. Just on the under.
Always
there,
a good
dude.
move taking the under with those 2 teams.
Yeah.
Number three, a little New York field with 2 former Met and Yankees respectively pitching against each other. Trevor Williams towing the slap, 12:35 in Pittsburgh against Andrew Heaney, who was lights out against the Yankees last time I saw him. And I think he's going to stifle this Washington lineup. O'Neal Cruz just had the grand slam. I think he's going to have 2 home runs in this game. And I think the Pirates will actually shut out the Nationals here. Heaney, 7 scoreless, striking out 12. And the Pirates are going to win this game 5-0. So give me the Pirates and the under.
All right, dude. Third and final pick here for me. That's so funny.
Go
sorry,
to Florida.
Go to Florida, dude. Kumar Rocker. I don't know, man. I guess I'll take the Mets. Why not, dude? Bounce back. First start here against St. Louis. No days off. I'm not feeling great about this, to be honest. Over under is 7.5. I don't know, dude. I think it'll go under, to be honest. I think Cards lineup could be stifled by the Mets bullpen and Griffin Canning, for that matter, I suppose. Even though you have a ton of confidence in Griffin Canning here, you look at his last time out, dude, against the A's, 5 1/3, 4 runs, not great. But did put okay starts against Toronto and Houston, respectively, here. Hopefully he feels good and is not sick, dude. But I say Mets could put up 5, give up 2, just like that, dude, to Mets, and also just at the under, dude.
And just like that, that's your MLB 6-pack pick'em, Tony. Ernie is yearning for the grid.
What was your first pick? I'm sorry.
We'll have to do that. The A's and the over.
No, that was your second pick, I thought.
Oh, the Yankees and the over.
Oh, the Yankees and the over.
Yeah.
Yanks over. All right, and you want to do a little bit of grid here.
Yes.
So let's get to the grid here. We show that tab. Immaculate. Bang.
He's the worst. Him and Sonny, worst pitchers in Yankee history. I agree.
Andrew, he's not doing bad right
Carl
now.
Pavano, honorable mention. And Keiagawa.
Horseshoe native, dude.
And Hideki Yabu.
Yes.
All right, so Yankees, Nationals, Luke Voit.
That's a good one.
VOI.
That's what. Oh, VO. Oh, yeah. That's right. I was thinking of the actor. John Voight, dude. 2%, dude.
And then Yankees, Rangers, Pudge Rodriguez.
2%, dude. There we go.
And let's get creative here with the Yankee Hall of Famer. Let's hold on a second.
I mean, there's gonna be so many, I'm sure.
But I'm just trying to think of somebody who like didn't really play for the Yankees that much. Let's see here. Ricky Henderson. Yeah, do Ricky Henderson.
2%.
Across the board.
There we go, dude. 2-2-2.
And how about this? I feel like Matt's gonna get riled for this. How about for first baseman for the Nationals, Nick Johnson?
Nick Johnson, dude. Nick Johnson.
A blast from the past.
3%. Hall of Famer first base. We could do Gary Carter.
He played first a game at first.
He has.
Put it. Wow, how about that?
0.6, dude.
And then how about Texas first base, Rafael Palmeiro?
Texas first base, Rafael Palmeiro. Oh.
Or actually, I'm thinking about this. Or do Mike Napoli? Do Mike Napoli.
You sure?
Yeah. For a second, 4%? I was thinking red. I don't know why.
Oh my God, you always do that, dude. Washington, Minnesota.
Washington and Minnesota.
Was Josh Bell ever
Nelson Cruz.
Minnesota? Nelson Cruz, dude. He's probably gonna be pretty high though, no?
I don't know. Maybe.
16.
But we were low everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fine. Texas, Minnesota. I'm trying to think like older guys.
Kind of a tricky one. Nationals, Twins, Nelson Cruz, or Sandy Leon. And then he says, let me know if we need a Swami call. Michael Bucca is just, I don't know, on another planet.
It's over, dude.
Yeah. This is
Hall of Famer for Minnesota, dude. Why can't I think of anything?
Well, obviously Kirby Puckett, but I don't know anybody else. But maybe back in the day, who was like a slugger for the Twins? It's not Al Kaline. There's somebody like really, really good that's like, I feel like you could use him for the Derby in the show. You kind of know who I'm talking about? Like, not like without knowing a name, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so, dude.
Ernie says, "Let me know if he needs a Swami." I mean,
Who's I'm trying to think because I
Twins
definitely
first base. Oh, Doug Minkiewicz. Wait, so what is this for?
Doug Minkiewicz, Twins first base before.
But are
we-
you saying for Minnesota and Texas? I don't remember.
maybe you're saying Minnesota Hall of Fame?
No,
no.
no.
Or-
Minkiewicz.
Okay. Who's I'm trying to think, dude. There was definitely some guy that you kept saying for a little while, and his name's kind of funky. I remember looking it
On
up.
Minnesota,
Yeah,
Hall of Famer,
I think so. Yeah,
not Blyleven.
it's not
I
Blyleven.
don't think he made the Hall of Fame.
Blake Blyleven. That's
Yeah.
definitely the name. I was thinking
Killebrew.
of.
That's who I was
Harmon
thinking. He's the
Killebrew.
Hall of Famer.
Harmon Killebrew, dude, got his baseball card.
Thanks, Ernie. 16. Texas, Minnesota.
Twins, dude. You stupid
The
twins.
reliever. Joe Nathan.
Joe Nathan. That's what they got.
Probably another 16. 59. So what was that?
9, dude. 14.
16. All right. I mean, right?
No, not bad, dude. Yeah, what the hell? We got through it. I'm always proud of that, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'll
funny.
take it.
Yogi Berra, dude. Ralph.
And we saved on Paul Merrill because
Yeah, we did.
like 11%.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi Berra, most famous Yankee Hall of Famer. That's interesting.
That is pretty interesting. Well, again, there's so many, I guess.
Yeah.
People, whatever, dude.
So yeah, good to get that that grid
Oh yeah, dude. Great grid.
locked in.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take a trip to the world of the National Hockey League.
There it is.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. Great hit. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink Wellington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me? Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score!
Filthy. But David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. And by the way, we have a packed leaderboard, especially with Valimaki making bogey. I think it was on number 11. So he's 4 under, tied with Keegan Bradley. Slew of golfers at 3 under, including Bahatia, Kuchar, Campbell, Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Thomas, and Eric Cole. So a lot of bigger names at top. Patrick Cantlay stiffing the fan on the autograph or not, 2 under par through 7. Tommy Fleetwood, 2 under par through 5. Scotty Scheffler, 2 under par through 4. Russell Henley, 2 under par through 6. And then Adam Scott also in red figures now at 1 under with Victor Hovland. Shane Lowry and Jordan Spieth and Corey Connors all at 1 under their rounds early on. Lucas Glover has is 1 under through 2 holes as well. Max Homa picked up a birdie to move to +1 through 12. And right now, Adam Hadwin, your low man at 36 or high man, however you want to look at it, +3 through 11. And Josh B with a little joke here saying, Ernie, it's about to be NHL playoffs. Stay with us. Stay with us. But Bubby?
Yeah, Bubby. Speaking of a little joke here, we do have Michael Buckta on the line.
60
seconds, Michael. You're
Nance,
live,
the
buddy. What do you want to talk
waiter,
about?
Outback,
Like,
Chuck's
are you
Steakhouse.
watching?
Hey, guys.
Are you watching like
What's
golf
going
right
on?
now? Yeah, what do you got going on?
Right now I'm at school right now.
The Echo.
Working on some work.
Nice, dude. Getting some good work done.
That's what it sounds like,
And,
Michael.
Yeah, yeah.
Barnes.
Michael.
Barnes.
Michael.
And I just want to confirm that I don't like all chain restaurants. Just to let you know.
I mean, Prime 111, not a chain. So I saw that was good.
I love Prime 111. It's got good food.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are pretty solid, I guess.
Yeah, it's good shit there.
I mean, I haven't been.
And-
I've only been there a handful of times, if that. So
Have you guys been to Echo in a?
No,
Trumbull?
but I heard that was good.
That's good stuff.
Owners of
Yeah, that's
Volto.
good stuff.
Oh, really, dude?
Yeah,
Trumbull
Volto.
right off the connector. Bang a
shit,
left,
dude.
head towards the
Mhm.
mall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I gotta check it out, I guess.
Now, I got a question, Barnes, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we like all chain
Bless you.
restaurants?
It's
Thank
it's
you.
the
Come on.
quality, Michael. It's the quality. Mass produced,
Mm-hmm.
saving on ingredients. Your Ma and Pa's just aren't doing that. I mean, that's what differentiates them. It's all in the quality, Tony.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with Brian there. Michael. I mean, it is when you have the decision or the option to go to a better restaurant, or really, honestly, if you're looking for a burger and fries, like literally just go to a Duchess. But again, I guess if you're looking for that, I guess if you're looking for Applebee's, go to Applebee's. But when you do have other better options, like an RC Moore's, or just go to Colony,
Wendy's.
That's what I mean. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I don't need to get a Whopper at BK.
Oh, I hate McDonald's.
I'm not getting the roast beef at Arby's.
That's nasty, dude.
What about do you guys like Shake Shack?
It's all right.
Yeah, it is
I
just
could go
all right,
without
dude.
it. I could honestly go without
I'd rather have Five Guys, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Now my question is, where do you guys like to get a nice steak? Barnes.
I mean, I would say Blackstone's.
Where's that?
Never been.
Couple locations, but the OG one is in Norwalk.
Norwalk.
Oh, Norwalk.
Yeah,
there's
dude,
one in
Norwalk,
Southport.
Dude. There's one in Southport, dude. Big one, huge area.
Yeah, where SBC Brewing Company used to be.
And I guess I would go to Tommy's, dude. Tommy's Steakhouse in Bridgeport.
No, I've never been there.
It's great, dude. It's right. It's not too far from the police station.
What's the other one though in Bridgeport? Joseph's.
That's what I'm thinking of. Joseph's. Not
I've never
Tommy's,
heard it's renowned though.
No, Joseph's is phenomenal, dude. The slab of bacon, the tomahawk, dude.
Open your wallet.
No, oh yeah, dude. Like drop a lot of money for sure.
Yeah.
But again, talk about having a good steak. Yes, Michael, that's the place to go.
Another good place I suggest is a Sedona Tap House.
Never had it, but it's
never
Norwalk.
been, dude.
That's good stuff.
Lowry for bogey, by the way, down to even. Tough.
Yeah,
drinking.
Tough one. But Michael, before we let you go here, any exciting plans for the weekends?
Well, I'm going to be home this.
Oh, right, Easter. Gotcha. Where are you going for Easter?
My uncle's house in, his apartment in Fairfield.
Oh, there you go.
That's cool.
All right.
Jimmy's coming?
Yes.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
Make sure you give our best to Jimmy.
Yeah, give our best to Jimmy.
Yeah,
enjoy your Easter weekend, Michael.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Wait. I just got one more question.
Just one more.
Have we figured out if there's going to be a Sportsport on a Monday? Yes,
we are TBD, Michael.
Yeah, still TBD. We're figuring that out today.
Can you please keep me updated, please?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
Michael.
All right, Michael.
Guys.
Have a great weekend, dude.
All right, we'll see you. Scotty missing the eagle putt.
Oh, damn, I wish you didn't say
and then
that.
Ernie cracking up at 12:30. Contacting him at 12:30. What do you mean you wish you didn't say what? That
Well, because I was still watching it. Yeah.
How you can't refresh and catch up?
I did that already. I tried, dude. I've done it like twice.
Ernie cracking up, saying that's the excitement of Butka's weekend, the late night contacts with Ernie.
That is a fact, dude.
Anyway, NHL last night of the regular season tonight. Montreal clinching yesterday. So I guess we're all set in terms of the playoff matchups, correct, Tony?
Yes. Eastern Conference was obviously set last night. Western Conference went over yesterday, dude. So
we talked about really most of these matchups.
Yes, we did.
But just the cementing the Montreal and the Toronto matchup. But of all the 4 wild cards, 2 in each conference, who do you think has the best chance of winning their opening series?
Better chance of winning their opening series. If either conference, you said?
Yeah.
Which wild card team?
Yeah.
That's a great question, dude. I guess Montreal.
Montreal against Toronto. Oh yeah.
Well, hold on now, because I think we maybe flubbed this one. Saturday, we know, dude. Yes, the next day.
Well, they didn't set it up yet,
dude. Oh, they didn't set it up yet. God,
but it's Toronto versus
it is,
Montreal,
right?
And then it's Ottawa versus Washington.
No, it is. Capitals to play Canadiens in first round. That's what I thought I read. Washington will have home advantage.
Oh, No, that's my mistake. Okay, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so Toronto plays Ottawa.
And honestly, I would give it to Montreal, to be honest. I think that they have obviously a great young team.
Mhm.
Marty St. Louis has done dividends, I think, over there.
Right.
I don't know who's that 19-year-old on Montreal, Damidov or something like that, dude. We know about the youthful talent, Suzuki, Caulfield, whatever, dude. But I don't know, man. I think Montreal here, first time they'll be in the playoffs since I guess 2021, right? Was the COVID
When they were in the Cup final.
Yeah. And obviously it's those playoff berths, I guess, have been few and far between recently for them. And I just think the Capitals, I mean, listen, I know that they were in the running for the President's Trophy. Ovi, yes, whatever, dude. Chuck, Lindgren, Strome, obviously great team there. But I would be surprised if, like, Montreal, especially when they are in the Bell Center, like, steals a couple of games here, puts Washington on their heels, and all of a sudden, like maybe Washington is a little bit fizzed out here. I know people have been saying that about Ovechkin in general for years, and he hasn't even stopped. But I mean, just in terms of any wild card that's actually going to make it and commit the upset, I mean, I guess maybe Ottawa would be the next one. But still, I mean, I mean, Toronto's a powerhouse, dude.
Yeah.
And then like Minnesota and St. Louis, I don't think will really make it.
No. Yeah, you're right. No, I tend to agree. Yeah. Even though, Ottawa probably is a better team than Montreal, just based on the matchup, and it's like Washington is good. I just think Toronto is going to be a lot. And I know we kind of talked about it before, but the Rangers, the last game of the night, or last game of the season tonight, Rosen's last game. I mean, is that really all tonight's about? Rosen's last game, and everything else doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, especially the news coming out about Panarin. I mean, that's not great, dude. And, I'd be curious to see if he's on the ice tonight, dude. If this is really that serious.
But it was interesting. Tommy, I don't know if he's commented on this on Instagram, but I don't know, was saying he didn't see that anywhere else, and I don't know if I saw a response. I just want to check in the TCA chat.
Panarin settlement. This is from the New York Post here 3 hours ago.
Okay, so I mean, this is a legit article then.
Forward Artemi Panarin here, and MSG, the company that owns the team, paid financial settlements to a female employee late August after she alleged Panarin sexually assaulted her in a hotel room in 2023. The woman who was not identified in the report reached agreements with Panarin and MSG Sports, which included non-disclosure and no admission of wrongdoing clauses. And then she left the company, dude. The matter has been resolved. The spokesperson for MSG told the Post. The woman also says that the matter has been resolved, according to The Athletic. Obviously, she signed. She can't say anything. Allegedly took place during a road trip, December 2023. She claims that Panarin took her phone during a post-game gathering, and he said he would only give it back to her if she came to his hotel room. Bang, dude. When there, she alleged Panarin pinned her to the bed before she pushed him off, got her phone, and then left. Obviously, not fucking cool. And the fact that I guess they reached a settlement, I guess obviously she's probably telling the truth. On Wednesday, the Rangers announced Panarin was named the team's MVP. Oh, dude,
Everything's a mess.
Of course, that's got to follow up with after the settlement. And now he's the team MVP, dude. The league and the Rangers declined to say whether Panarin was disciplined regarding the situation, according to The Athletic. The club retained an outside law firm to conduct an independent investigation, which the league was fully apprised of, which considered the matter closed. The NHL said in a statement. Panarin had married his girlfriend back in 2018. Second child, dude. God damn it, dude. There's no record of a woman reporting the incident to law enforcement, and she did not immediately alert the team. The female employees felt she was treated unfairly, according to team sources, and she then informed the team about the alleged assault. And then obviously we do know, like we said back in 21, Panarin stepped away from the team for personal reasons after a Russian newspaper reporter claimed that he was involved in a physical altercation with a woman back in Latvia that year, which I believe was, Rangers denied allegations, calling them intimidation tactic used against them in response to comments about the Russian politics. And nothing really ever came of that, which, listen, I mean, I guess you can go start digging if you really want. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. And listen, obviously that's never good. Like what Panarin did wasn't good. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, not for nothing. Do you think that was something that would like tear apart a team necessarily?
I don't know, but regardless if it is, it isn't. I don't know, like
3 hours last night, or
I don't know. But you know what I mean? I'm just like I was telling you before. I'm just sick of it. Regardless of that, you have to do your job. You know what I mean? So I just think it's just BS. And I'm tired of it. And I just think it makes you want to get rid of every single player, every single member of the organization, and just start everything from scratch, because this year was just pathetic. It really was. And it's just like it's tiring, and I think it's more that than 3 hours of sleep, for sure. So for the Rangers' perspective, just excited to get to the offseason, see what we do. But yeah, not a good story coming out from the Post there. But really, other than that, just wanted to mention, in terms of the leaderboard here at RBC, Valimaki went birdie bogey, so he's still 4 under, and he's now co-leading with not only Keegan Bradley but Matt Fitzpatrick. Kuchar at 3 under now, so he's a shot back, as well as Keenly, Thomas, and Scheffler. So the scoring is starting to pick up. Seems like the weather's getting pretty nice there. Hilton Head, South Carolina. Adam Scott with another birdie to get to 2 under as well. And Victor Hovland is now at 2 under. So big names in contention. Excited to see what Rose will do. And I think we will have, another fantastic rendition, Tony, of the RBC Heritage this weekend when we crown a champion on Easter Sunday.
No doubt about that, dude. I'm honestly really pulling for Hovland. To be honest, dude, I know you said he's tied for 9th right now. A couple shaky shots for him today so far, but again, to remain at 2 under, I think he's at, right? To be tied for 9th. I mean, that's good right now for it all in all. So hopefully he can, figure it out, dude. But like you said, a lot of great golfers with a lot of golf ahead of them this weekend.
And then also, speaking of great golf, Matt Wallace playing in Punta Cana. I know Ernie has some stories he said he has to share off air from there.
Oh yeah,
8 under through 15. So on a bender, Keith Mitchell also 1 back, 7 under through 14. So scoring aplenty there in Punta Cana. And then as the usual little cliff note that we do on the way out, NBA, the play-in last night, the Heat beat the Bulls, the Mavs took out the Kings. Both games were not competitive. So we got 2 8th place games tonight. Heat Hawks. I'm going to go pedigree, call it the Heat there, even though the Hawks were a slightly better team this year. And then Grizzlies, Mavericks. And I thought Ja, was injured. Just wanted to see, or no, I guess he's okay. Okay. If he's okay, I'm okay.
I thought he was injured.
Right? Rolls ankle, but it doesn't say he doesn't have injury stats.
I thought he hurt his hand or something, right?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't really matter, dude.
But I think Grizzlies better. Mavs disaster. Fire the GM now. NBA playoffs next week. We'll talk about it. And I'm sure, Michael, who will be on tomorrow, and he was in the comments talking about NBA playoffs, we'll mention some of that tomorrow. We'll have a special start time tomorrow, 9 a.m. Me and Michael, mano y mano. So I'm sure Michael Butka will be excited for that. I mean, I know there's a lot of chatting about restaurants and stuff in the comments, but I think the theme is, Matthew would like to try Blackstone's. We don't need to go to Applebee's. Michael Theophil will go to Dutch's. Ernie's talking about WrestleMania. Denny's, absolutely not. Terrible idea, Michael Bucka.
Yeah. I mean, again, graduation dinner,
the Grand
too,
Slam.
he's talking about. I mean, it's not. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, get it together. Get Nance. He's picking up the tab.
Nance isn't going
at
to
Joseph's,
dude.
At Joseph's.
Yeah. Nance at Joseph's, dude. That's what we should be doing. That would be sick, dude. Oh my god, his steak sounds so good right now, dude.
You're right. Right. I'm starving. I can't wait to eat. I might get Gatanos, honestly. We'll see. But yeah, it's funny. It feels like a Friday, but it's Thursday.
It does feel like a Friday, right?
Yeah. But
that's because of the Easter break. School's off tomorrow. I got kids email me that they're leaving early for break. Won't be my class tonight.
Bullshit. Fail.
Honestly, dude, what the fuck? You have one job to do. All right. And it's again, the school gives you off Friday. Give them an inch, take a fucking mile, dude.
Right.
Can you keep me updated with what you're you know what? No, I'm not gonna keep you updated. All right. Fucking figure it out. Okay.
Oh man.
Ridiculous.
But so that's where we're at. Like we said, we'll see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
You spoke with Michael about that?
Spoke with Michael, texted him.
Wow, dude.
Had early morning contact with Michael yesterday about this.
Oh boy.
So looking forward to that, and hoping you have a great time. No Outback. It's Staten Island, the food. I'm sure we'll hear all about that.
Oh, I can't wait,
next
dude.
week.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we appreciate everybody who tuned in. Who is this?
Ernie.
Ernie for 30 seconds on the way out.
All right, hold on. Stand by. Ernie for 30 seconds, dude. Let me just unmute the Bluetooth. Ernie, what do you got, dude?
What's going on, boys?
Yeah. What's up, Ernie? How's it going, dude? You watching some golf?
Oh yeah. So it's the most exciting thing I've ever done on a Thursday. But I had to say a couple things before you guys go. Lakers in 5. Yanks are I do agree with Barnes. Yanks bats are going to be hot tonight.
Yes, with the weather. Yep, and the comfy confines of San Bernardino Field.
Yes, of course. Now, Tony, I do have a question for you. I just, I like to ruffle your feathers before you leave. So I do have a question for you. Is watching Soto struggle equivalent to having a PlayStation 5 that only is good for Netflix?
Dude, I mean, I guess if you want to really put it that way,
parallel.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, PlayStation 5 is great for Netflix, dude. I mean, that's I rip that every night, dude.
But you want to be able to play the game, and you haven't been able to play the game yet. So it's like,
that's true. Listen, I mean, obviously, I'm expecting more from Soto, obviously, as anyone would.
I think $300,000 game checks he's getting. Somebody said that yesterday.
That's almost my salary for the show, dude.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
for 5.
That's Ernie's commission from yesterday.
Yeah, Ernie's commission from yesterday, dude. It's what he made in bets this past weekend, dude.
Let me give you a 10-legger.
Oh my God. But I know Soto turn around, dude. Starts this weekend, dude. Got a couple good, pitchers he can probably go yard against. So it's it. I think it's
our playback.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm thinking 3 out of 4 minimum against the Rays, right, Ernie?
They're gonna get swept, dude.
Yeah, of course. No, I think they'll be. I think the team is fine. I think the team is okay. It's just, I just don't. Here's the thing. Tony, you're one of the most logical Mets fans I've argued against and, talked with. So I think that you can agree with this statement, right? I think the only reason why the Mets and Soto are getting so much heat, because if Soto re-signed with the Yankees and had this slow start, y'all would have been relentless.
No, I'd have to disagree with that one. I don't know, man. I think the reason why there is so much heat on Soto right now is obviously, yes, I mean, he's not doing great. It's on him for sure. But obviously, it's much more under the microscope. That's my phone.
That was your phone.
That was my phone. If this guy had gone anywhere else besides the Mets, you won't see this much coverage of it. I mean, obviously, Yankee fans will still be on top of it. They'll be doing that, but I don't think it'll be covered that much by the media. The fact that he is a stone's throw away from the Bronx right now is a huge part of why it's so huge. The fact that he is on the Mets. And I think that if he did stay with the Yankees, or even for that matter, go anywhere else, I don't think the Mets would be harping on Soto being this bad right now. Maybe they would absolutely say, like, oh, maybe we dodged a bullet, whatever. But there wouldn't be this much hatred. It would not be to this extent. I mean, I don't know if you can say in your lifetime, but in my lifetime, I don't think I've ever seen this much hate from Yankee fans towards a Mets player. And obviously, you've never seen a signing like Soto before, but this is by far just going to Yankee games, going to Mets games, just hearing people's takes. Like,
people were talking about Granderson's contract.
Yeah, no, I guess so. But still, not to this extent, though. People were talking about
the problem.
Any Yankee that goes over the Mets.
I think the problem with that is just because you guys are actually relevant. So it's like it's making it's more in the sense of, oh, the Mets are relevant and they got a solid player. Let's see what happens. That's more why it's such a bullseye on you guys lately, as opposed to in the past where it was like, all right, yeah, they got a star, but they're still trash. So what does it matter?
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, championship series last year. I mean, there's expectations to going back and going hopefully to the World Series as well. The expectations are high for the Mets as well, which is why they're under the microscope ever more so this season. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Obviously, Soto's not really doing himself or some Mets fans any favors, but the narrative that he's not happy with the organization right now is pretty tough, especially when the team is doing well. Like, again, if the team was irrelevant, I could see why he would be unhappy. Maybe he thought things would change, but I mean, I haven't seen like they're off to a great start. Lindor's off to a great start. Alonso's off to a great start. You know, like your pitchers have kind of come around. They've surprised the bullpen. You know, Kranick and Stanek and Young and Garrett. I mean, all these guys have really surprised, I think, the organization. So, I mean, you know, I think.
Do you think he's unhappy though?
I really
think he's unhappy.
I don't think he's unhappy with the team. I think he expected to have a better start, maybe transition to this team better. You know, people, you know, when he was, you know, shopping other teams, you know, there was a story about how many of, you know, people he's worked with prior that he knows and likes are within the Mets organizations, bench coaches, trainers, whatever, dude. You know, he is surrounded by people he likes, it seems. So I think that he's hard on himself. You know, he does have, certainly has a little bit of an ego, sure. But I mean, what professional player doesn't? You know, what great player of their sport doesn't? And I think he just expects more from himself. I mean, you can't really ask for more from Alonso right now, the guy who's batting behind you. You know, like he is absolutely killing it. And so is the rest of the team, which is why they've been doing well. So, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's like yesterday, Soto had opportunities to break open this game. Okay. And he didn't do that. And he seems to be, for some of the losses they've been having, a little bit of a missing link in terms of making up for runs and offense. So I think he's more disappointed with himself. Again, like Brian said earlier, I think it's hard to get into the mindset of Soto and like try and dictate what he feels because we're not there. We don't really know him. You know, we're not close to the situation. But I mean, I think it's a little bit of a reach to say he's unhappy with the Mets right now at this point.
Gotcha. Okay, because you know, it's just I see the demeanor.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, listen, yeah, it's obvious.
I'm watching. Yeah, it's very obvious that he just doesn't seem very comfortable right now. It doesn't seem happy. And then, you know, the statement that he made in the media, it's like, you know, you got to handle New York media.
We got breaking news.
With Ernie on the line, we have breaking news.
I am an uncle for the fourth time. Kieran, my sister just had baby boy. Just did a FaceTime, so can't wait to meet him soon. Such exciting news. Everything went great. You know, she was at the hospital 5:30 this morning. Just got off the FaceTime right now.
That's amazing, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fourth time, uncle.
Fourth time as an uncle.
Fourth time, uncle.
Fourth time.
Michael Buck will get around for that. He's always asking about me, little kids.
But Brian, are you going to have kids, Brian?
And he asked where she lives. She lives in Massachusetts. But you were saying what? That Soto like wants to leave, right?
No, that's not what he said.
I don't think Soto wants to leave. I just think I think a manager needs to teach him how to deal with New York media a little better. You know?
And I think he needs to realize that it's not always about him. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing.
That's what a year in the Yankees will do to you.
He made wasn't bad. Like if you think about the statement that he made, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, truly speaking, yes, Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball. But how do you say that when Alonso is the reason you're 11-7? and he's hitting right behind you.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like
listen.
I don't he was signing with the Mets next year after this.
Yeah.
No, he's good. Listen, Alonso is still playing for a contract with the Mets. He's not going to not be in the Mets next year because of Juan Soto.
But
and it's not. I don't think Alonso would even take it negatively. Okay, he was asked a question specifically about not having Judge, like that. It wasn't like he brought it up on his own accord. It was specifically asked about Aaron Judge. And he answered the question. And you can argue that don't answer the question, sure,
or don't answer it that way.
But Aaron Judge had a perfect response. Like I'm not.
Say he's not going to go back and forth. Yeah, but that's what Aaron
because
Judge
he
does.
knows it's a bunch of hogwash. Is what he knows. Judge knows it's not even because he wasn't avoiding the question. He knows that it's nonsense. Like to say something is obviously dumb at this point, but it's also nonsense.
You know what I think? At the end of the day, Ernie agrees. I know Tony does. I think we let bygones be bygones, like we said. You know, from the start of the season, let it all play out. And I think we'll be happy with the result at the end.
I think so.
Yeah, just a slight brushback, and everybody will be fine.
Yes, I can't wait for that.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
And then Ernie, are you going to go to one of those games or no?
I was looking at the prices. Honestly, if I can lock this deal down that I did yesterday,
there we go.
Yeah, I'm going to that. Yeah, I'm going to that.
And I think I'm gonna wait till last second, but I kind of want to go that Friday. Matt was talking about last night. He'd like to go too. But I'm saying just wait for the prices to go down.
Yeah.
In baseball tickets, the prices just always go down because there's so many seats.
The seats that I like to get in the outfield, they're sitting at right around like $300 a
What
pop.
what section?
103 and 104.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah,
so they're sitting at like 300 a pop. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, hey, like I said, if I can lock this contract out, that's a drop in the bucket. So,
Yeah,
I can
buddy.
definitely-
Dude, lock it down. Focus
yeah,
up,
so
all right?
we'll talk about that as it gets closer. But
we
yeah,
gotta go together. We have to have Tony and Kev sitting between us at Yankee Stadium.
yes,
oh my god,
That's probably a
absolutely,
terrible idea.
Absolutely.
that's a
And
beautiful
I
idea.
want that 2-out horn that they do, or 2-strike horn they do, blowing right in Kev Du's ear. See how he takes it.
Soto walks it off, dude. Don't worry about it.
Kev's gonna leave in the fourth and fifth
Walk it
inning
off
if
on the
we're
road.
Walk it off on the road, dude. Doesn't even matter.
But yeah, no, we'll talk about that soon, Ernie. But yeah,
All right,
great,
guys.
great call, man. Hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you next week.
You too, guys. I'll talk to you.
Peace.
All right. The great Erndini. And then on the way out, so Matthews says he was asked specifically this year. He brought up Judge. He wasn't asked about Judge specifically. And then Matthews says, Kev, where are you?
I'm pretty sure he was asked what's different this year not having Judge.
I don't think they said that, but I don't know. Homework assignment over the weekend.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, dude.
Josh P with the Uriney. But once again, like to thank everybody for tuning in, continuing to comment, like, subscribe, all the archives, YouTube page, Michael Renee, and Jay Cosmo, the merch, DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you. Mania.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.